Today, we talk about the real story of Jim Carrey. You know him as a famous actor. You know his funny face. You know his big energy. But his life was not always funny. It was hard, very hard. Jim Carrey was born in 1962 in Canada. His family was not rich, but at first life was okay. His father worked as an accountant. His mother stayed at home with the children. Jim was a funny child. He liked to make people laugh. At school, he made faces. He made jokes. Sometimes teachers were angry, but students laughed. He loved comedy. But when Jim was a teenager, everything changed. His father lost his job. The family had no money. They could not pay for their home. They had to leave the house. Jim, his parents, and his brother and sisters moved into a small van. Yes, a van. They lived in that van for some time. Sometimes they also stayed in a small tent in a park. Life was cold. Life was uncomfortable. Life was scary. Jim was only a teenager. Instead of thinking about school or friends, he thought about money. He started working at a factory after school. He cleaned floors. He worked long hours. He was tired every day. He felt sad. He felt angry. He felt embarrassed. He saw other kids living normal lives. They had homes. They had fun. Jim felt different. For some time, he stopped being funny. He became quiet. But inside him, there was still a dream. He wanted to be a comedian. He wanted to be on stage. He wanted to make the whole world laugh. At 15 years old, Jim decided to try stand-up comedy. He went to a comedy club in Toronto. He was nervous, very nervous. He went on stage. He started talking. People did not laugh. Some people were silent. Some people did not understand his jokes. It was painful. He went home feeling terrible. He could quit. He could say, "This is not for me." But he did not quit. He practiced more. He watched other comedians. He improved his timing. He changed his style. He tried again. Slowly, people started laughing. Little by little, he became better. At 19, he moved to Los Angeles. He wanted a bigger chance. He wanted Hollywood. Hollywood was big. Hollywood was competitive. Many actors wanted success. Jim was not famous. He did not have much money, but he had belief. One day, he drove to the hills above Los Angeles. He looked at the big houses of rich and famous people. He had a crazy idea. He wrote himself a check. Yes, a real check. It was for $10 million. He wrote, "For acting services rendered." He dated it 5 years in the future. He put the check in his wallet. Every day he looked at it. Every day he believed. Years passed. He worked small jobs. He did small shows. He went to auditions. Many people said no, but he did not stop. In the early 1990s, he finally got a big chance. He joined a TV show called In Living Color. People loved his energy. They loved his crazy characters. He became popular. Then came movies. In 1994, everything changed. He acted in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. The movie was a big success. The same year, he starred in The Mask and also in Dumb and Dumber. 3 big movies, 1 year. Suddenly, Jim Carrey was everywhere. He became one of the biggest comedy stars in the world. And guess what? Around that time, he received a movie contract for $10 million, the same number he wrote on his check years before. His dream became real. But success did not make his life perfect. Later in life, Jim spoke about depression. He said that money and fame do not always bring happiness. He learned that real happiness comes from inside, from gratitude, from purpose, from being true to yourself. His story is not only about becoming famous, it is about not giving up. It is about believing when life is dark. It is about working hard even when you feel tired. Remember, he lived in a van. He worked in a factory. He failed on stage. People said no, but he continued. Today, many people see only the success. They see the red carpet. They see the smile. But behind that smile was struggle. If you feel poor, if you feel embarrassed, if you feel behind others, remember Jim Carrey. Your situation today is not your final story. You can improve, you can grow, you can change your life. Step by step, small action by small action, dream by dream. And maybe one day, people will say your name, not because your life was easy, but because you did not quit. If this story inspires you, put a like, subscribe to the channel to watch more exciting stories and improve your English at the same time.